뭐한 짓이야?
이 새끼한테 통역해. 나 무술만 합의 18단이야. 너 이제서 죽이는 거 1초도 안 걸려. 그러니까 빨리 말해. 테러범하고 한패라고 빨리 말해 얼른!
그만해, 차달건 씨. 평생 여기 감옥에 썩고 싶어?
그래요, 달건 씨. 이건 아니에요.
هذه حسبت ثلاثة وإلا ما طلقتيش غادي نتيري فيك.
3살 동안 안 풀어주면 발포 안 돼!
1
말 안 하면 너도 죽고 나도 죽는 거야.
2
이 사람들 진짜로 총 쏴!
빨리 말해 얼른!
3 كواحد ما يطلق. انت اللي ما حيدتيش من تم.
Hello everyone, what is going on? My name is the Newbie Warrior, and if you are watching this, that means you are a patron of Newbie Warrior. Welcome. This is episode 2 of Vagabond, my first ever K-drama. Episode 1 was fantastic. I really like it. And I have been dying not being able to watch it. I know I said I was going to post an episode a week, and that's what you guys should expect. But, everybody else is traveling and has left me with an open house and a lot of hours to record, and I'm kind of dying not knowing what happens next. So I'm going to get through at least one more episode, maybe some more episodes this week. Yeah, so it'll still be once a week, every Sunday, as the normal target, but this week is just going to be quite a bit different because I can't not watch. Anyway, this is a long intro. If you're watching this on YouTube, you are watching a quick cut down version with mostly my intro and outro talking about the episode as a discussion more than a reaction, because I can't post Netflix content on YouTube because Netflix owns that content, and they don't want to share it for free. So if you're interested in watching the full uncut reaction, I'll try and put as many clips as I can in. Definitely more clips than episode 1. But you can do that for $4 a month over my Patreon. You also get access to stream VODs of any live streams that I have done. You also get access to some other fun stuff. So head over there to Patreon if you're interested. Link will be in the description below. If you are a patron, then yeah, let's just hop into this. So, briefly, I'm going to recap what happened in episode 1. So, spoilers. If you've not watched episode 1, pause this. Go watch episode 1 of Vagabond, either on your own or my reaction. Okay? So, in episode 1, a lot happened. Basically, we have these two main characters. We have Dal-geon, and we have Hae-ri, which is, Dal-geon is Lee Seung-gi's character, and Hae-ri is Bae Suzy's character. And we know there's a two companies that were competing for, like, South Korea's defense contract, and they both wanted to have the next fighter jet, the main fighter jet that South Korea adopted. And in order to sabotage one company, the other company basically hired somebody to take down their airline, and that airline had a bunch of kids on it, traveling international taekwondo team from South Korea. And so our protagonist, Dal-geon, his nephew, who he was raising, was on that plane, on that taekwondo team. And his nephew didn't want to go, and he pushed his nephew to go, and so his nephew ended up dying. And before his nephew ended up dying, he had posted some stuff, I'm assuming like in-flight Wi-Fi or whatever, to the cloud, and he said, "Uncle, hey, sorry I left on bad terms, you know, here's just videos of us hanging out on the plane, like, I love you, I miss you, can't wait to talk to you when I get home." And in the background of that footage, there's a kind of sketchy looking dude with a scar, and he didn't think too much of it. But then later he sees that guy at the airport, and he's like, "You're supposed to be on the plane that went down that killed my nephew, and you're alive, what happened? Did you do this?" Also, I forgot to mention, Dal-geon is a stuntman that had just barely given up stunt. He's like varying degrees of black belts in different martial arts. I didn't write it down. But like Taekwondo, karate, Hapkido. I think there might have been one more martial art, judo. And so he's like black belt in all these things. Failed stunt guy, light himself on fire. You know, it shows like a stunt montage. Anyway, so he has like insane martial arts skills. He's used to jumping off buildings and crazy stuff. And so he's going to use those skills to hunt down and find out and get revenge on the people that killed his nephew, presumably. Bae Suzy, Hae-ri, I think her character's name. She is a spy working in the Moroccan embassy for the South Korean embassy in Morocco, and she basically works for the defense contractor that made the plane go down. So she was involved with killing the CIA agent guy that was involved, and anyway, so that's kind of a basic recap. So where we're at now is Dal-geon knows, and he knows somebody killed his nephew on purpose. It wasn't an accident, which is what they were claiming. And I'm assuming he's going to try to take down this corporation or find out who was involved. So, long intro, sorry. Let's go. Oh, one more thing briefly. If you're a patron, I have a poll up over on my Patreon right now, where I said, do you want full screen like this, like my normal YouTube layout, or do you want the full screen drama with a smaller window of me in the corner? So if you want to vote on that poll will be ongoing throughout this week, and those changes will be implemented next week. So as of next Sunday, I'll do whatever you guys prefer, but for right now, I'm just going to stick with the format that we used for episode 1. Yeah, that's smart to have it offline. Pretty sure the people coming after you can go open a vault, but... Oh, you trusted her.
What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it?
Is she the one? Is she the one stealing the flash drive from his? I bet you she's the one stealing it. Oh no, she's right there. Yeah, she was stealing it. Yep. No gloves this time, though.
뭐해?
여기서 뭐해?
너도 그 자식이랑 한패냐?
뭐?
너 정체가 뭐야?
누구냐고 너! 대답해. 네 진짜 정체가 뭐야? 어?
This is so tense.
말 똑바로 하면 머리통 날아가.
쏴봐.
뭐?
Damn.
아빠도 제정신 아닌데 뭐. 쏴. 쏘라고. 쏴봐.
이게 씨!
It's empty.
아무리 눈이 뒤집혀도 그렇지. 어떻게 날 테러하고 돈 끄끄러.
He's like, yeah, by the way,
뭐 하는 거야?
I can kill you without a gun, so...
너 미...
NIS. National Intelligence Service.
뭐야 이거?
Ah. So she is an agent working within the company.
알았으면 이거나 빨리 풀어. 내가 감당 못할 거랬지? 아, 나 진짜.
Okay.
신분 노출?
Okay. So, okay. I thought Suzy was a bad guy. I thought I was gonna have to hate her character. I thought I was gonna be in this moral battle of like, how can I root against her? But also, she's just pure evil, because I thought she had the guy murdered. The CIA guy. But if she's working inside, that... Okay.
징계 먹는데
Maybe she's a good guy too.
뭐해? 안 풀고.
촬영 장갑 이딴 소품 널렸어.
뭐?
Yeah, that's true.
보여줄까? 난 CIA인데.
나 진짜 국정원 특수요원이라니까?
너 지금 특수해서 그러고 있냐?
How special are you now that you're tied up and disarmed?
들고 가는 여자야.
So he thinks it's a prop, which is understandable because he's worked in movies, right? But I love that. She goes, I'm telling you, I'm a special agent. And he goes, just how special are you?
너 지금 특수해서
Tied up and disarmed.
뺏기고
비행기에서 항공 전자장치는 머리에 해당합니다. 엔진은 심장에 비유되겠죠. 다이내믹 시스템에서 만든 B357, B357기는 전자장치에 이상을 일으켰고 엔진이 폭발했습니다. 머리와 심장에 이상이 있는 병사는 절대 전투에서 이길 수 없습니다. 여기까지만 말씀드리죠.
I forgot that character's name, and I'm not familiar with the actress, I don't think.
머리와
But she has, like, this really strong weight when she speaks. Like, obviously she's horrible because of what she did, but she's, like, the way she's speaking is so it has so much conviction to it. It's hard not to...
절대 전투에서 이길 수 없습니다.
It's hard not to just, like, listen when she's talking.
너 이러니까 원장님이 싫어하시는 거야. 국정원만 혼자 다 시킨다고.
I really hate this guy.
이 새끼야.
I really am starting to hate this guy. I know he's not the villain. Well, as far as I know, he's not the villain. But, like, the evil lady that runs the other company is. But, like, I really am hating this smug asshole so much.
옹기니까 이런 얘기 해주는 거 아니야. 이거 뭐 대화가 돼야지 조언을 해주든가 말든가.
He's awful. Oh boy. Yeah, that's boiling.
죽고 싶지 않으면 빨리 말해 이 새끼야. 뒤지고 싶지 않으면 빨리 말해.
Ah, smart. Okay. This makes me happy. This makes me happy. Thank you. This show is amazing. Okay, it's amazing for a lot of reasons. But as somebody that's done a little bit of research, my senior project or senior project equivalent was a special research project on networking and computer security. So I've messed around with a lot of security protocols and things like that. It drives me absolutely insane when a hacker sits down at a computer in a TV show and just starts typing, and they just hack into the mainframe, and you just see spooling text. What he did is plug in basically a decryption tool, and those are a very, very real thing, and you can buy them not for that much money, and you can easily search up on the internet how to make them to crack all kinds of difficult codes very quickly and easily. Obviously, that puts you on some watch lists if you Google it, but I'm just saying, this show got that right. It's getting a lot of details right, which is really impressive. Like, most of the time, hacking, right? Like, let me just hack into this secret government agent's laptop that has sensitive information on it, right? Like, in a lot of shows, I think somebody would sit down and just go, and you would just see, like, a garbled command prompt. He actually plugged in a USB stick that had some sort of decryption program on it. So, I really appreciate that.
전업수가 왜 풀어주는 거야?
하이건 씨, 그게
석방이래. 달건 씨 다시 깜빵으로 돌려보내고.
뭔 소리야?
Oh, dang. He's gonna start an international incident.
뭐한 짓이야?
이 새끼한테 통역해. 나 무술만 합의 18단이야. 너 이 자식을 죽이는 거 1초도 안 걸려. 그러니까 빨리 말해. 테러범하고 한패라고 빨리 말해 얼른!
그만해, 차달건 씨. 평생 여기 감옥에 썩고 싶어?
그래요, 달건 씨. 이건 아니에요.
هذه حسبت ثلاثة وإلا ما طلقتيش غادي نتيري فيك.
3살 동안 안 풀어주면 발포 안 돼!
1
말 안 하면 너도 죽고 나도 죽는 거야.
2
이 사람들 진짜로 총 쏴!
빨리 말해 얼른!
3 واحد ما يطلق. انت اللي ما حيدتيش من تم غادي نتيري فيك. يلا حيدي.
El plan, mi amor.
He was in on it.
15, 13 y 20, 13 y 23, 13 y 30.
De acuerdo. ¿Necesitas algo más?
No, nada más.
Te quiero, cariño.
두 사람 통화가 자연스럽게 이어지는데요.
그러네요. 근데 한 사람은 부기장이고 다른 한 사람은 누구죠?
Okay. What I was gonna say is this show has a really confusing tone. Because on the surface, it's very serious, right? But there's quirky little comedy bits like that make me go... Like, I've genuinely... I mean, you've watched it. I've genuinely laughed out loud more than one time watching this show. Which is interesting. I guess it's probably to keep brevity going. So that things don't get too dark and too hard to watch. You know, like... Yeah, you have to have the Hae-ri, like, the stalking joke, right? With the leg and oh, what are you doing? You showed so much today, right? You have to have those moments to lighten the tone of all the kids dying in a plane crash that was corporate espionage and an act of terrorism, right? So I like it. It just always catches me off guard when there's little bits of humor like that. At the end, you know, we've got like this like, funny outro music. And it's weird because it catches me off guard, but I think it's good. I think I like it. But yeah, so this episode, a really good second episode. It obviously didn't have the emotional weight, I don't think, that the pilot did. But I don't think it needs to at the same time, because that pilot was, like I said, it was very heavy. This felt like a good continuation. So a few things cleared up. The thing I'm happiest about, we found out that Hae-ri is not... By the way, how do I say her character's name? Hae-ri? I don't want to call her Hae-ri. I'm sure that's not right. Like, different characters are saying it differently, too. So, apologies. But, anyway. Suzy. I'm just saying Suzy right now, until I learn the character's name properly. Suzy was... We found out she's a good guy. We found out she works for the National Intelligence Service. So, that makes me really happy, because in the first episode, they kind of play it like she was the bad guy, but here they explain that away. I really thought she was the bad guy, though, because I thought she was going to take the USB stick from his safe, and that she showed up with a gun behind him, and I was like, oh no, she is actually evil. And the way that they framed that in the first episode made it seem like she was involved with the death of the agent, the CIA guy. Anyway, so I'm glad she's not a bad guy, because now I can hopelessly crush even more. Her character's really funny. I think most of the humor from the show has actually come from her character, interestingly enough. She's like a little bit quirky and weird. She's like the NIS agent that everybody kind of like doesn't take seriously, I guess. Except her one weird friend that seemingly just people take even less seriously. But yeah, she's smart, she's resourceful. But she has a heart of gold, as you can tell, for her continually trying to save Dal-geon and feeling responsible for the kids. So yeah, this is a really good episode, though. Dal-geon, I'm trying to think, he has an insane emotional carry of this show. Like, I think a lot of actors would struggle to sell the emotional weight of everything he's just gone through, but he's selling it so well. Like, I believe him every second he's on screen, which is crazy because he's acting very outrageous, but in a way that makes perfect sense given who he is and where he's at. And everybody treating him like he's crazy is even more of like, oh, you really feel for him and understand. So shout out Seung-gi for the Lee Seung-gi for his performance, especially this episode. he's such a good actor. Like, he's such a good actor. The acting in general was very good on this show. Like, it's not that there isn't good acting in American TV, because there are, right? Plenty of shows have good acting, but this is, like, really, really good character acting from a lot of different actors. Even just all of the families that are grieving, like, they really sold that. But yeah, anyway, I really liked this episode. I would say I really enjoyed this episode. I really enjoyed parts of it, and I was just kind of depressed by other parts of it. But that's kind of the point, right? That's the tone of the show. Yeah, Vagabond is insane. I can't wait to watch the next episode. Let me know in the comments section. Once again, what did I get wrong? Please feel free to correct me. If I am misinterpreting something, if you have a pronunciation guide for Bae Suzy's character, because in my stupid English brain, I'm reading it as Go Hae-ri, which is 100% not her name. But yeah, like I said, these are going to usually be coming out once a week. Right now, I just want to keep watching this show, so these will probably come out more frequently, you know, for the next week or two. We'll do like 2 episodes a week or something, I don't know. But, yep. Thank you so much for watching. One more time, I'll go ahead and plug my Patreon. Those of you who are watching the, like, recap, quick cut of this that'll go up on YouTube, the full episode reaction will be available for patrons. So you could go watch that for $4 a month. You also get access to the stream VODs, other shows that I've watched, like Good Girl, like the 2nd season of Niji Project, the first few episodes of Produce that I've watched. I still haven't watched the rest of Produce, but we will. Yeah, so if you're interested in checking any of that stuff out, check out Blocked Reactions. If you want to subscribe at a higher tier, there's other perks as well. You can go read about it. That'll be linked in the description. Thank you so much to everybody who is a patron already. Thank you to everyone who's a subscriber on YouTube, follows me on Twitch, subs on Twitch. The love that I've gotten from all of you during this insane whirlwind of my life right now is nutty, and I am very grateful to you all. So, thank you. I'll see you all in the next episode. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and please remember to stay newbie. Thank you so much to everyone who is choosing to support me on Patreon. I'm especially grateful to Wookbook, Georgia Young, CJ, Daniel Rains, Lucky7 Jen, Bob, and CJ Monasterial.